Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my my danger zombie world deck profile. But before we jump into it, I do want to start off by saying that yesterday I did try uploading this same deck profile. However, apparently the footage got corrupted when I was trying to upload, and I uploaded only like half the video. So I have to record the entire thing because I lost all my footage. But so this will be more of a quick video than going full into detail. But if you guys want me to go into more detail, I can go into like more discussion in the comments. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right on into it. So of course, starting off with 2 copies of Doom King Balerdroch. Doom King Balerdroch is really good being able to, if a zombie monster activates its effect, you can either banish any zombie from hand or graveyard, from field or graveyard, sorry. And then there's the other effect that says you can negate that effect. Each of those is once per turn. Then I run 2 copies of Necroworld Banshee. Necroworld Banshee says that while it's in the graveyard, you can banish it to activate 1 zombie world from deck. Alright, and then I run 1 copy of Glow Bloom. I only run 1 copy because we do run the dangers, of course, in this deck. So this does kind of mess up those plays if you activate the effect because it locks you into zombies. But it pretty much says if it's into the graveyard, you can banish it, and then you can either add to the hand 1 level 5 or higher zombie, or if you have zombie world on the field, you can special summon that monster instead. Continuing on to the combo starters, we run 3 copies of Unizombie. Unizombie just has 2 effects that say that you can target 1 zombie monster on the field. You can discard 1 card from your hand, and 1 zombie monster from your hand to increase the level of that monster by 1. Then the other effect is target 1 monster. Then you can send 1 zombie from deck to the graveyard, increase that level by 1. Continuing on, 3 copies of Shurnui Solitaire. Shurnui Solitaire just says that you can tribute this card to special summon 1 zombie tuner monster with 0 defense from the deck, which the main target, of course, being Unizombie. Continuing on, we do run 2 copies of Gozuki. Gozuki has 2 effects. The first effect is while this card is on the field, you can send 1 zombie monster from the deck to the graveyard. And the second effect is when this card is sent to the graveyard, you can banish 1 zombie monster from your graveyard besides Gozuki to special summon 1 zombie monster from hand. Continuing on to the extenders, I run 3 copies of Mizuki. Mizuki just says banish this card from your graveyard to monster reborn a zombie from your graveyard. Then I run Plague Spreader Zombie. Plague Spreader Zombie just says that while this card is in the graveyard, you can put 1 card from your hand to the top of the deck to special summon this card, banish it when it leaves the field. Then I run 1 copy of Jackal Bolin. Jackal Bolin just says you can discard 1 zombie monster from your hand. You can discard 1 zombie monster, special summon this card from your hand. During your opponent's main phase quick effect, you can target 1 zombie monster on either graveyard, special summon that monster, but banish it when it leaves the field. Then banish this card face up until the end of the turn, until the end phase. Then I run 1 copy of Zombie Fraulein. Zombie Fraulein just says that whenever a zombie monster attacks or is attacked, you can special summon this card from your hand and then pay. And then it has another effect of whenever a zombie monster is battling, you can pay life points in groups of 100, maximum of 2,000, to increase the attack and defense of your zombie monster by that much. To finish it off, I do run 1 copy of Changshi the Sporado. Changshi pretty much just says that once per turn during your main phase, you can send 1 zombie monster from deck to the graveyard. Then it also has another effect that says that this card is banished, you can banish 1 other zombie monster from your graveyard to special summon this card, and when it leaves the field, put it at the bottom of the deck. That's it for the zombie monsters. Continuing on, we're going to move immediately into the dangers. We run 3 copies of Danger Nessie. All dangers have the effect of you can reveal this card from your hand. Then your opponent randomly picks 1 card from your hand, sends it to the graveyard, and then you can then if that monster you sent was not, if the card you sent was not the monster that you revealed, you can special summon it, and then you can draw a card. But they also have effects of if they're discarded, so I'm going to just tell you guys the discarded effects. Nessie's discarded effect is you can add 1 danger monster from deck to hands. Then I run 3 copies of Danger Mothman. Mothman's discard effect is each player draws 1 card, then discards 1 card. Then, of course, I run 1 copy of Jackalope. Jackalope's discard effect is special summon 1 danger from your deck. 1 copy of Tsushinoko. Tsushinoko's effect is that you can, if it's discarded, you can just freely special summon it. Then we run one copy of Bigfoot. Bigfoot's discard effect is you can destroy one monster your opponent controls, and then Thunderbird is destroy one spell or trap your opponent controls. Pretty generic lineup. I don't run Chupacabra just for the fact of I think maxing out on Mothman is the better option. Continuing on, I do run 2 copies of Zombie World. Zombie World just says that in all monsters on the field and graveyard, either player's field or graveyard, become zombies. Continuing on, I run 3 copies of Super Polymerization. Super Polymerization, of course, as you know, discard 1 card you can fuse with monsters on either side of the field, which is really good. Then I run 3 copies of Ready Fusion. Ready Fusion is practically just an instant fusion, but for normal type, for non-effect monsters. The main use for this is to summon out tuners from the fusion tuner monsters from the extra deck. Continuing on, I do run 1 copy of Instant Fusion as well. Instant Fusion just says pay 1,000 life points, special summon 1 level 5 or lower fusion monster from your extra deck. It cannot attack, also destroyed during the end phase. Ready Fusion also has the effect of it cannot attack and destroy during the end phase as well. Then to wrap up the main deck, I do run 1 copy of Foolish Burial to be able to send any monster from deck to the graveyard. Continuing on to the extra deck, I run 2 copies of Vampire Sucker. Vampire Sucker just says that you can, if a zombie monster is special summoned from the graveyard, you can draw 1 card. That is a once per turn. 1 copy of Avenged Savior. Avenged Savior is if another zombie monster you control attacks an opponent's monster, you can activate this effect to send 1 zombie monster from your deck to the graveyard. Then your opponent's monster loses attack equal to that monster's level times 200. And then of course I run 1 copy of Linkuriboh and 1 copy of Almirage just to be able to get the lower level, the lower attack monsters off the field to use their graveyard effects. Continuing on, I do run 1 copy of Red Eyes Zombie Dragonlord. Red Eyes Zombie Dragonlord has the effect of during your opponent's turn, you can special summon a zombie monster from your graveyard. It also has the effect of while this card is in the graveyard, you can banish 1 zombie monster you control to special summon this card. You can only use each effect once per turn. Then I run 1 copy of Immortal Dragon. Immortal Dragon says that you can special summon you can send 1 zombie monster from your deck to the graveyard, and if you do, this card's level becomes the difference between the original levels of that monster and this card. It also says when a zombie monster is destroyed by battle while this card is in the graveyard, you can special summon this card but banish it when it leaves the field. Continuing on, we do run 1 copy of Cypher Lord Omega. Lord Omega literally is just in here to be able to add back our banished cards. However, if you really want to, you can rip a card from your opponent's hand as well. Then to wrap up the synchros, I do run 1 copy of Borreload Savage Dragon just for the Omni negations. Moving on to the Super Poly targets, I of course run 1 copy of Dragon Necro, Nether Soul Dragon. This card is really good, being able to, just requiring 2 zombie monsters that you can just easily use Zombie World, Super Poly, take 2 of your opponent's monsters. Really simple. Continuing on, we do run 1 copy of Predaplanet Dragostapelia. Dragostapelia is pretty viable right now, especially with Tier Element running around, being able to take 1 of their fusion monsters and a dark monster they control as well, and to be able to make this card for a negation. I do run 1 copy of Garura. I cannot find my copy of Garura anywhere. I've been looking for about an hour, and I just can't seem to find it. But for those who don't know, Garura costs, the requirement to summon it, or the effect, the requirement is 2 monsters with the same type and attribute, and then it also has the effect of when this card is sent to the graveyard, you can draw 1 card. Also, it has another effect, which is pretty good. It says that any battle damage that involve this card is doubled. So, just being able to put a little bit of extra attack on the board. Continuing on, I do run 1 copy of Alvain, the Essence of Vanity. It's just a level 2 non-effect tuner for Ready Fusion. Then I do run 1 copy of Sea Monster Theseus. I do not have my copy just yet. I'm about to order it as soon as I can. However, right now, I'm a little tight on money. But yeah, that's it for those targets. And to wrap up the extra deck, I do run 1 copy of Millennium Eyes Restrict just to be able to kind of act like a Call by the Grave. And yeah, that's about it. Alright, so that's about it for the video. Be sure to leave a like, comment down below what you think of the deck profile, and be sure to check out the description for my Twitter as well as my Twitch link. I don't really use Twitch all that often. However, I would like to eventually do that more often. But with that being said, that's about it. See ya.